18 is called Oh Dear. Story turns in an unexpected direction. There was a nasty silence. What do you mean you can't get your hands off the stone? Said Tsar. I mean, they're stuck. My hands are stuck to the stone. How is that possible? Exclaimed Bodkin in horror. What had happened was this. Wish had been kneeling down, helping Tsar hold Squeeze Juice against the stone. And as she got to her feet, she stumbled clumsily, as she often did. She put both hands out with flat palms against the stone to steady herself. She could not get them off again. Puzzled, she tried to pull away, but the harder she pulled, the more stuck they were. Now she was kneeling down once more, both hands on the stone, her forehead pressed against the cold, grey surface. Her hands were stuck to the stone like glue. She tried to move her little finger, but it would not budge. A not unpleasant, warm feeling was in her hands now, and she was beginning to feel a little sick. She was getting the oddest sensation. It was as if some compelling force from within the stone was dragging her inside out and emptying her like it was draining a bottle of wine. What's happening? Demanded Bodkin. Why can't she get her hands off the stone? Has something gone wrong? What does this mean? This is strange, ever so strange, said Caliban, extremely puzzled. Someone Bodkin tried to help Wish pull her hands away, but they were stuck fast. All that pulling and scraping at Wish's fingers did was to make her fingers bleed, and she cried out for them to stop. The sprites could not use spelling, of course, in Sycorax's iron dungeons, so they just buzzed around, wailing, "You have to listen to the stories. Stories always mean something. Listen to the fairy tales. Don't touch the stone." Which was very helpful, frankly, since Wish really already had touched the stone, so it was rather late to warn her not to. Oh dear, what's going on? Said Wonder Bodkin uneasily. There's something weird happening, I know there is. I wish we'd never come here. Are you all right, Wish? It's not painful, is it? No, said Wish, it's not painful exactly. I feel a bit sick, but it doesn't hurt. Wish was feeling nauseous and confused and scared. It was very claustrophobic to be stuck in a horrible cavern in a dungeon 100 yards underground with your hands stuck to an enormous grey stone. Wish's imagination started playing tricks on her. What if she was stuck there forever? This was the problem with magic objects and why you had to be very careful about touching them. You never quite knew what the rules were. What if that was the moral of the fairy tales, that if you put your hands on the stone and you were the wrong kind of person, like a warrior rather than a magic person, you could never get them off again? 7 minutes passed, 8 minutes passed. What is happening? Wish kept repeating. 9 minutes, 10 minutes, what is going on? Said Caliban, very bewildered. It was so hot in the room that sweat was rolling down Tsar's face in great wet tears, and his shirt was soaking wet. Stranger still, the heat seemed to be affecting the enchanted spoon. He drooped on the princess's shoulder, trying to comfort her, but almost burnt double, poor Spoon, as if in sympathy with her predicament. The life was being sucked out of him as well. What is going on? The Snowcats and the sprites sensed danger and formed a defensive circle around Tsar, the sprites holding up their arms and trying and failing to spell and curse with such intensity that the air bristled with frustrated magic. Wish was limp now and frantic with trying not to panic. I'm not going to be stuck here forever, am I, Caliban? No, said Caliban, trying not to be reassuring. No, not forever. Forever is a long word. I'm sure it's just a little hiccup, some small misunderstanding. In any moment now you'll be able to get your hands off. Wish's forehead was very near to the stone. Was it her imagination? Did the rock in front of her seem to be getting lighter? Lighter and lighter, and somehow more transparent, as if the surface of the stone was just a membrane and she could see right into the stone itself. Oh, by mistletoe and oak and all things sweet and poisonous! As Wish looked fascinated, mesmerised, she thought she saw an eye open somewhere in the heart of the stone, and with a horrible little creaking voice whispering, "Hello, I've been waiting for you." Tsar stared open-mouthed. The stone seems to be talking! It's not the stone, gasped Wish. There's something in there. There was a moment of blinding, dazzling colour, and as Wish's eye adjusted, she was looking straight into the eye of an enormous witch, all curled up inside the stone, all folded up underneath itself like a large, dark grasshopper. There's Wish, and you see there's the eye of the upside-down witch inside the stone. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Wish's hand is stuck to the stone. Chapter 19 is called Magic Can Never Be Destroyed. It can only ever be hidden. I have to have that tomorrow.